Of course it is.
Kaneki. Yeah, at least you know who it is, Brandon.
Well, obviously.
Okay,
You showed me that
everyone.
night. Hello.
Am I back live on the stream? Can anyone double check for me?
Yeah,
I'll
you're
double check.
live.
Yeah,
you're
you're
live.
moving.
All right. As I had a internet interruption here,
Charter is wonderful.
Spectrum Charter has not really let me down very often here, so I'm not going to talk bad about them.
Oh, you actually have Charter. Oh. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, great service. Anyway, this is the first time I've had this happen in quite a while, so hey, it happens, everyone.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I finally see it. I don't know if my browser's slow or
That's
what.
life. That's
So,
all that people say.
I'm back. Yep, and we're gonna have that. So
Yeah,
I've got
there-
2
yeah.
uploads to do for YouTube now. So whatever. But as we are back to the streaming, as I was telling Bastille, that name stood out in this. Named Jerome.
Oh, Jerome.
Let's see.
Your guess was way off.
Well, I like to get excited, okay? But yes, so I look at Amethyst. We haven't told you about this spy, have we?
What spy?
Are you sure you're talking about the right person, Bastille?
Okay, hold on.
No, it's not the. No, that's not the spy.
Oh, Jerome. Okay, there's Jerome.
Sexy boy. Jerome.
Let's fix the response.
The one here.
Wait. Why is Jerome in
retcon
here?
that.
Oh,
Retcon.
This
You can't blame
Jerome is a little bit different. That is a Dragonborn.
If you're talking about my character, his name is Jermaine.
Jermaine. Okay, well,
Yes.
Jermaine, I'm sorry. I
There
thought I had
we
it.
go. So it is the right one, guys. And all right, so let's retcon this again. I'm sorry for being a little sporadic here. Anyway, so this is how I react. I knew it. Warlock. I knew it.
Now, thing is, it's a missing paper on him. He's missing.
Wait, oh. And see, this is I'll react that way. I'll keep it that way. But then I see that he's missing. I'm like, oh wait. Oh, he's missing. Oh boy. Amethyst, I really need to figure out how to find my best friend. This isn't good.
Amethyst puts the book down and looks over. Wait, is this book in common? I didn't pay attention.
Some of the papers are in common. Yeah, and this is actually one in common. That it's a missing paper on Jermaine.
So it's a missing persons report, basically?
Sort of. It's in the Mages Guild. No. It was picked up actually out of the Mages Guild. This is actually a paper that Bastille knows all too well, that he's seen a few times already.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Is that somebody you know?
Yes, I was going to have him come with me I took that book out, but I didn't want him to get in trouble and have a 25 million bounty on his head. I'm flipping out a little bit, so just sorry, Amethyst.
Okay, out of character, really quick. Does this mean he's just missing, as in Mages Guild considers him missing as well.
The Mages Guild is considering him missing in action right now.
And they. So is that with a reward type of missing?
This type of report is just like he's missing in action. He's not wanted
Oh,
by
okay.
them, but he's missing at the moment. They need to find out what's going on with him. So, and you've already seen some other missing reports throughout the stuff, but this is just one that stuck out to you. But still.
Yeah.
Also, you have a R orb discovered, will be picked up in 5 days from the Avarok Manor.
Rock Manor, our orb, 5 days. Okay.
And that's the most important things you got out of this. Everything else is kind of just either confirmations of stuff you've already had, that sort of thing, throughout the day.
Wow, that was some fun information to find out. I'm glad that you're here, Amethyst and Jenna. You're nice too. I appreciate your work as well. Oh boy.
Well, don't be so worried. It's not necessarily a bad thing, especially if they're looking for him. He might have a good reason for wanting to disappear.
It's true. I just don't trust people that, basically worship demons. I don't want to see someone that I probably would have dated over Grom.
Oh, you must have been very close then.
Yes. We just had a lot of disputes due to him being not so good at fire magic and him being fantastic at poison magic and other magic, and we would compete against ourselves and like children at times, trying to basically be like, I'm the better wizard, I'm the better stuff like that. So
Well, it certainly sounds as if he can take care of himself. I'm sure he's fine.
yeah, he could be just as good, if not better, than Siri one day. So
Take a deep breath, have a glass of water.
I'll do that. Thank you.
Has a pint of ale. Oops.
No.
Now, with that, we're going to shift over to actually, how much interaction would Titania have with Savanka whenever she showed up to pick up papers? In your mind.
Hello.
Other than maybe hitting on her, probably not a whole lot.
Okay, so really, there's not much RP there to have.
Yeah,
No,
probably
that's-
not a whole super ton.
That's all Sylvanka and Wolfie.
Oh.
Well, speaking of Savanka,
my character didn't hit on Savanka, but
so you hit on her. She's
yeah.
what it might be whatever. Nothing. But speaking of Savanka and Helen,
Oh.
and let's just go ahead and add Grom to it. You two have made it to the Thorn Inn, and as you have walked in, you notice that the bartender's like, "Oh, Miss Fire Dancer, are you here to do some paperwork or something today?" And she's like, "Oh yes, I'm gonna be in the office. There should be a gentleman coming. Last name Quintet. Please send him on in when he gets here." She has Helen and Grom follow her into the office area. Do you two want to say anything to her as you enter this room and close the door?
She just dropped a name.
No.
That was her father's name.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine.
I'm good.
I mean, no, Helen would just be slightly less brushing, but still kind of silent and trying to, you
Trying
know,
to not look Grom in the face.
not look Grom in the face, but also not get overly emotional when seeing her father again.
Grom,
This is
you
only-
have Amethyst's implicit permission to give Helen as much of a hard time as you possibly can.
God,
Give an opportunity.
No!
Thank you.
Damn it!
So, as Savanka just kind of leans up against the wall, she's like, "Oh, there's only 2 chairs here, so why don't you 2 just go ahead and take them off the way?"
Grom will go over to one of the, like an empty wall and just sit up against it. You two can have the chairs.
I would rather be like I am right now. Thank you, Grom. Well, at least there's a chair for him when he comes. Is Helen sitting down?
She's pondering it, really. She's more playing with, like, the skirt of her dress and just pondering it. Should she sit down?
Yes. Hurry up and sit down
No!
before you fall over head over
Shut the
heels.
fuck up! Shut the fuck up! That's out of character telling you to shut the fuck up.
And I hope.
No.
Shut
But
the
she's
heck
just-
up.
She's just pondering on some things and not really paying attention of like, should I sit down or not?
Ferme la heckenbush.
Well, about a half
Whoa.
hour goes by, so depending on if Helen would finally decide to sit down or not.
Yeah, at that point she would be sitting down, but she will still be fiddling with her dress.
Man, this dress is feeling really uncomfortable now.
Shut the
Better take it
Shut
off.
up, Grom! Shut up! Out of
About
character
at
again.
this point, so Banca's maybe kind of walking around and maybe has had her hand just go around the back of Helen's neck a couple of times as she's kind of walking back and forth, waiting on this guy
Grom.
to show up.
Grom just has a smirk on his face.
Okay. So finally, there's a knock on the door, and it's kind of open up. Mr. Quintek is here now, and Savan's like, "Please show him in." He opens the door, and you see your father again, Helen, as he steps in. At least his robes are in. These are better robes that he's wearing and such. You see,
Father, I have something to tell you.
No. Grom, stop.
This
Please.
is fun, though.
Please stop. Please.
okay, can we? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Let's-
yeah.
So he walks in, and you can see nervousness in his. Definitely looking. He's definitely looks at Fire Dancer, and you see Fire Dancer's got just serious look now on her face. And he's like, "I'm here." And he goes into Savanka. "I'm sorry for your great-great-grandfather. I was possessed." And he sets down a book on the table. After about the 4th time I was killed, I started drawing on this. Take it as you will. But I did not want to kill him. And I want to help against this demon. Crap. Please have Drache not try to kill me unless. Does anyone want to pick up the book? Because Savanka's not moving to it to pick up to look at.
Grom will look at it. We'll
Grom.
pick it up and look at it.
Okay. I need you to make a. Would it be Arcana or would it be? Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Oh boy. Nat 20. Nat 20. Nat 20.
At 20.
Nat 1. Nat 1.
No, no.
No,
Yes,
you might
drum
want
roll.
Nat 20.
Drum
Oh my
roll.
god!
Yay, Fuzzy.
What?
Oh my god.
I'm not looking at the damn book.
You're cursed.
Well,
No, I just don't want to.
no. Grom, looking at these pictures, and as you are flipping through, for some reason, maybe it was nearing your soldier time or whatever, and you talked to one of the wizards in the group about this. You're realizing this is a type of demonic presence that possesses people. It's not widely known. Only a few that really knows the demonic arts know about this. Maybe it was a warlock you were talking to. But you actually happen to have heard about this kind of creature. And it was like a creature, but it cannot keep hosting a body that keeps being kind of like in a resurrected state that keeps dying off. It cannot consider it like now that her father is immune to this type of creature. As you see these drawings of his. And these are very detailed drawings that he has done of what this image of what it was in his head controlling him was.
I've heard about this creature.
So Vanka just looks, what? And at this point, you know what this creature is?
I sadly forgot the name of it. It's been years since I last heard of it. But during my soldier years here at the Empire, I was just chatting with one of the warlocks after one of our training days, and he told me about this kind of creature. It's like a puppet master kind of thing. It controls people's bodies and their minds, but it needs to have a living host. It can't attach itself to creatures that can resurrect themselves.
He's like, well, I don't know about my resurrections, but with me dying so many times, I guess it would make sense why it finally left. I had to make a roll, even though really it doesn't matter on this roll, because Grom is totally being honest, and she definitely would see that. So, it is true that you were possessed. And he's like, I've been saying that. I want to help. And obviously the demons thought it'd be funny for me to. And he just slams his fist into the wall in there. And actually, yeah, okay.
Strength check.
No,
Did you break the table?
no, he. Remember, this is a spellcaster type of person.
Did he hurt his hand?
Yeah.
No.
Aww.
In fact, so much that the knuckles are bleeding from this one punch.
I would suggest not starting a fight with that wall to start.
Ellen, you know these emotions are fully true with your passive
Yep.
insight, being how you are proficient with insight. And Savanka's actually kind of wide-eyed looking at this right now, seeing what's happening.
Grom would then turn to him and say, I will be honest. I did have my suspicions about you until you came through that door. Now, to other business. I heard from Drache that you possibly know of a way to track Sylvan's shop. Is that correct? Or know of a way to do it?
As I told my daughter yesterday, I don't know if she told you yet or not. I don't know if it was missed with y'all. I am not able to do it, but I know of a few in the Mages Guild that can for sure. And that probably are. If what I'm hearing is true, that they could be involved with the demons.
Do you have any evidence, hard evidence, that can link the Mages Guild to the demons?
No, I don't have it. My shop is clear across town from the Mages Guild, as it's on the other side. But when you say the hard evidence, Savanka would look at you. Why do you need hard evidence, Rob?
He then looks to Sylvanka. If I can get hard evidence that the Mages Guild and the demons are
League.
are working together, are in league with each other, then we can have the paladins of Sharam fight them, bring them to justice.
Fight.
Let them fight.
And maybe Amethyst and you had discussed it. And Vida's own paladin group was willing to do this as well, just so you know. But yeah, she's like, wow, that makes our job that much harder. I mean,
No, it
everything
doesn't.
we.
I learned these spells from my mother's grimoire. I could have snow go in and I can hear what the mages guild be doing.
That's fine, my dear, but the thing is, we need hard evidence. That means we need something on paper or something to link them. We need something hardcore like this. Sure, we have gotten some things from there that could be considered hard evidence, but I understand where the religious orders come in play. They gotta have it hardcore. Just you seeing it, maybe going into spy to find out where we could get something like this would be helpful. But still, that place is not an easy thing to get into. But I think everyone, we should meet back at the embassy to discuss more. She looks kind of
Agreed.
towards. Then she looks over to Runtek. I will try to keep Drache hands stay as much as possible and try to get this explained to him. But he is already on his way here, just so you know. And I don't think any one of us can restrain him if we really wanted to. But we'll try to get through to him when he gets here about this. Now that we know this really a true statement.
Grom holds up the book and says, "Can we take this with us?"
Of course. She's like, if you're serious about helping us, Quintet, what would be the best way to get into the Magus Guild? And you see him kind of put his, start stroking his chin with his eyes closed. I could possibly get in with very old trouble to see certain people at a moment's notice. But if I knew where to look to grab the stuff would be helpful. So maybe a combination of Helen with her familiar, sending it in to locate something and all that. It's a possibility. Because the one thing is, due to Mage's Guild with a lot of familiars, hers would not set off anything, at least.
Can familiars be detected?
Considering how many familiars are in that place alone, yeah, they could be detected as a magical object, but the thing is, you have to understand,
There's
that many
a lot of them.
familiars, yeah, so it's not like we would have much of a problem. And I could possibly even get my daughter in.
Would you need a military escort? Or would you possibly require one?
I don't know about military escort. I mean, if we had like one of the guards of the city coming with us, I could see it being possible.
I can do that.
Because like I've been gathering armor for him to be able to do something like that, even along with other things.
And I do remember most of my military training with the Empire. Though they do have some new hand signs that I don't know of.
Well, really, with them there at the Mages Guild, they wouldn't have much of the Empire Guard there with their own personal, so that probably would not be a factor, hopefully. Unless it's different now. Zavanka kind of butts in. I'll check into that more today. We're not going to move in there today. We need to also still get a couple of things for Grom's armor. But I think it's time we pull everyone back to the embassy and start getting plans set up, because obviously we need this hard evidence. Let's get it. Gives us something to do while we're waiting on my godfather to get here. And that's going to be explosive. And she looks at Quintet. Since you're serious about helping us, we're going to the embassy of the Wolfgarians, and probably be best for you to be there as well so we can go over plans. He nods. I'm doing anything I can to help. That's what I'm here for, though I still like to solve the mystery of why I keep coming back alive. Maybe we can in due course here. Anything else you two want to say?
No, I'm good.
I would look at my father and tell him where is the best place for me to get the list of items I need to cast the spell for my familiar.
He's like, oh, quite simply, due to how close we are to my shop, we'll just pick up the supplies there. As I am also an Arcana shop, I have supplies there. We'll just pick it up from there on our way back.
Just nods.
Okay. So Vanka kind of nods to go along with the idea of picking that up and then heading back to the embassy if Grom's agreeing.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, we'll fast track it to that. Okay. When you get to the shop, he gives you a brass brazier, Helen. Now it's not very big. It can fit into like a bag. And then he's got a ingredients bag that he's throwing all the stuff, the incense, herbs, charcoal that you need for this into a what's called a bag for this type of stuff.
Okay.
And he puts enough in that is about a 200 gold worth of material. So you have 20 summonings in this bag right now
Oh,
on the.
damn, I should have.
Hey, I rolled good. I mean, this is her father. I rolled good for her to get that much. If I would have rolled lower, she would have been getting less. That's the thing. That was up.
Yay!
The max was actually 300, so.
Oh, so I only get what, 20? Just
Yeah.
enough for 20? Okay.
Yeah, you get enough of these ingredients for like 20 of these type of things to be able to change your familiar or summon the familiar. And then you
Well,
head
I'm just
back.
glad, like, there's no cannon for, like, crud, I run out of silver string and bells.
Well, you're able to recollect yours. That's the thing.
This
You're
is true.
recollecting it.
I don't.
You could lose it,
I
so.
don't think I have any. I actually don't think I have any like expendable. Anyway.
Well, for you, for your spells, a lot of yours, due to you are a paladin and you have a focus on your around your neck, your arcane or your amulet, your holy symbol.
And I haven't used any holy water, so.
Yeah, that's one thing that you would probably have to make sure of if you keep playing a holy water. So, yeah.
I know the dwarven paladin's secret weapon. Considering dwarves are engineers, it would be the holy hand grenade.
Holy hand grenade of Antioch.
Actually, I gotta do some shopping at some point. I've gotta get some gold dust, some holy water. Yeah, I can take back my strip of white cloth.
Anyway,
well, yeah, I'll just bear that in mind.
You probably restocked at the. Okay, I'm gonna state that you restocked up on that at your temple when you were there. You did get a restock.
Hey, there we go.
That would make sense. A paladin would probably restock whenever they hit one of their own temples. Restock from the stock there. So we'll say that happened. So you all make it back, and about halfway, Savanka's like, "I'll meet you there. I'm gonna go grab some." And she kind of disappears out of sight on you.
Oh, she's using invisibility spell. Huh.
And it doesn't have to be an invisibility spell, but it's.
I know it doesn't.
It is invisibility indeed. Which you all make it back, but when she has left your group, after getting all this and all, it is getting into the afternoon hours. Titania,
Hello.
you just finished writing out this last little bit from the last lip reading you're doing. It looks like that office is closing down again for the time being. So you're making sure you've written down all you were supposed to. Hello, dear.
Hello. How's it going?
Well, definitely some interesting developments. I need you to come with me. We're going back to the embassy.
All right.
So with that,
Sorry.
to kind of leave out.
A bit stiff, are we?
I've been doing nothing this whole time, so I've been kind of relaxing.
Yeah. So you two kind of go out, and you see that she uses like a disguise. She has a disguising ability with her items to kind of disguise her closer to your kind of look. So you both just leave and go to the embassy, even though she changes back as she's getting to the embassy to her normal self. And everyone else is there now. So, but still in Amethyst, you have Grom walking in with Helen and another older, well, probably an older gentleman that has white hair. And if you really pay attention, you notice that he's got the same eyes as Helen. As her eyes are mismatched.
Would you like me to roll an insight?
Yeah, maybe we should roll insight.
Yep.
Roll insight.
Okay. Oh, good. My thingy crashed. 1 second. Let's see. Insight.
Hello, person.
Yeah, it's +3. I just want to double check without blind rolling. Let's see. Roll the 23. There we go.
What? Oh, okay.
Well, shoot, even Amethyst is like, oh, this is a. I mean, you can just read this person is.
We can see the resemblance.
Hello,
Definitely still
familial
resemblance, and you get the sense he is actually here to help.
So we can have a little fun there, and I'll say, and I'll look at Amethyst in the eye. What do you do, Amethyst?
What do I? Oh, okay.
Since we
I lay
both get it.
I lay my finger on the side of my nose.
Okay, so we're having this happen. Okay.
Well, basically, I'll kid around and say, "Hi, Daddy Helen. How are you?"
Ooh.
Helen does what she usually does.
Like, let's just do that.
So nice to call a girl daddy.
Helen would usually do what she does with Titania. Pinch the bridge of her nose when those words release from Bastille's mouth. She's just looking down, pinching the bridge of her nose, just hoping to God that she can just melt away.
Thing is, this is where maybe there is a difference between the two. Her father actually starts laughing. Well, I see you have a good group. I am Quintek, you can call me. Or Queenie, as an old group used to call me. I'm here to help. We've got somewhat of an idea on how to get into the Mages Guild. You know, but we'll get the plans finalized. I think when Sabanka gets here, she's going to pick someone up, she said.
Well, Quintek, I think this is a great chance for you to get on better grounds with Drache. I am the now 25 million bounty wanted wizard, Bastille Babliole, at your service. And I bow to him.
He just has a smirk. Well, you're the one that caused some havoc there a few months back. Oh, dang, I wish
Yeah.
this. I saw a couple of their faces. Let's just say you did a pretty good job on that one.
Well, thanks for that. I got some news, but let's go ahead and let you guys fill us in on what you have to say.
I'm sorry.
I just looked at you as well, Jack. When you I looked over and saw that too.
Ooh. Yeah, Sin, I can see you doing that.
Yep.
Oh. You're dealing with the infamous sin of Anubis. I'm sure he could probably get totally out of that, as he does mean a thief. So,
yeah, he does mean a thief.
He probably could evade it, and also, yeah.
He also knows Necromancer too. He knows all the classes. So.
Yeah.
Fireball is not scary to him.
So,
wow.
Anyway.
Yeah, Hadouken.
With that, then he looks over to the Dwarven Paladin, and who might you be? Yes.
Amethyst stands up on her chair, because she might as well. Gives her name, gives a bow, and gives gives Voltaire a look, and then sits quietly back down.
Oh, nice to meet you, Amethyst.
Well, I'm afraid that I have nothing to report at the moment, but I shall be frantically searching.
As written in this Dwarven book, as you can kind of report this now. It's taking you all day to figure it out. But the last known location of the orb you were looking at, which was the Abyss, was deep in the lost mine of Ironhand. Was the last known location ever for this orb.
Oh, all right, I did learn something. Woohoo!
Now, the halfling's no longer there at this point. She has written out everything for you so you can read it and do whatever. But still hasn't really had time yet to dig into that. It's been translated and it's kind of been bound. So it's kind of like not a perfect book per se, but it's like been put together like a book in a way. So you have it there, translated.
I'll just basically pipe up. We had a halfling named Jenna translate this book. I just need to go through it. I had some interesting news today, but again, we can go ahead and hear about what you guys have to say first before I say my news.
Just spill it.
Okay, fine. Francois, oh my goodness, Francois Thomas Germain is missing. He is the first person I ever loved, and I'm worried Mage's Guild might do something to him if he's found. So, yeah.
Your turn.
Grom and Helen, do you want to say anything on that? She's like, Actually, I don't think I ever got to meet him.
Wait,
Yeah.
wouldn't Grom be a little bit put off by describing somebody as the first person he's ever loved?
He already knows. I've told him.
Alright.
Yeah, he knows.
Helen doesn't say anything.
Hell,
At this point, she's not pinching the bridge of her nose anymore because of idiotic things.
Progress.
But it,
I got to make your father laugh, so GG, woman.
yeah. But she's also waiting for the next person to come in and say something idiotic, and you just see Helen just face palms at that point, like, I'm done with this.
so with that
Please leave me.
piece of info, if Grom just nods his head, whatever. You do have one more piece of info to share. Still.
Gotcha. I was just making sure you guys didn't have anything else
Yeah.
to say. Let's see. I guess this is why I should probably write things down. Please enlighten me on what it is. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get better at auditory memory because my medicine's screwing things up. So if you could tell me what
Lovely.
it is.
Yeah, come on, I
The
forgot
Arb
about every-
Orb is going to be picked up in 5 days from.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I know what to say now. So, the orb, it's called the R orb. It's one of the 3 that's needed.
Rubric.
What like with the Osiris orb for the being the portals and all that. It's going to be picked up in 5 days if we don't do something about it.
Do we know from where?
Did they say a location, Dragon?
Yeah, they did. I told you. Now I've got to look it back up if you did. Armor Lock Manor.
Okay.
AMORLO.
Armor Lock Manor is where they're supposed to be picking it up.
Oh, look, I did write that down. That was out of character.
And we have a location, another location we can go look at.
I'm not sure where that manor's at. You hear from Quintek as obviously trying thinking. He's got his eyes closed and stroking his chin. Obviously, like something he always does when he's deep in thought. About this time, for once using the door again,
Progress.
Savanka and Titania walks in.
Hello, people.
Hello, Titania.
As Savanka just kind of strides in like she does. Her hand kind of brushes your arm, Helen.
Of course.
Yes.
You made the comment. You brought this on to yourself.
I brought it on to myself.
And she puts another set of parchment papers in front of you, Bastille. That is what Titania wrote today as well, that you'll need to go through.
All right. Thank you. I'll look into that and try to look at this gnomish writings. It's literally going to be the whole book, I'm pretty sure.
Halfling, not gnomish. There's 2 different.
Okay, halfling, excuse me.
The nerve.
I know.
That if a halfling would have heard you say that, you probably would have got slapped.
Like, what? I know some good gnomes from the Mages Guild. What's the problem? They don't say percentages.
So,
What's that?
It's a guild
Anyway.
thing, anyways.
you kind of already start skimming through the papers still on that. Not as much, obviously not as many meetings as the day before, but two things do happen to stand out. One of which is actually a confirmation on something that was just talked about here.
A sexy female for breakfast?
Stop.
Amarok Manor.
Correct.
What?
That looks like.
It's a good thing
Amarok-
you wrote that down to Tanya.
Yep. Looks like Dragon would have went back to Amarok Manor anyways, but yeah. So I tell him. So Amarok Manor is confirmed to be where they're going to pick that orb up. Fun.
Do we know what time?
In 5 days. In 5 days. There's no exact time other than days.
Yeah.
The second day after the third solstice.
Stop.
No. Titania. And the way time is going, it's coming up about 2 weeks and 3 days till the blood moon. Just so y'all know.
Oh, joy.
Lunar eclipses are fun to watch.
Not this one. Very much so not this one.
Yeah, so time's kind of against you at the moment here. No,
Is
you
this
have
the
some
little carrying
roadblocks
thing?
in the demon's ways, but yet.
No, not enough.
You said roadblocks, my bad.
Anyway, with that, the other piece of information is the Mages Guild going to put a bounty out on Drache for conspiring to steal precious artifact from them for 1 billion.
How
Well,
are they getting all of this money?
so I'm like, well.
Are they conjuring it?
Well, I mean, mages are alchemists.
Yep.
This is a Mages Guild. They've got plenty of money.
Yep. Last time I love it.
I don't know. To me, it's more fun to think that they're getting money by transmuting lead into gold, which is normally banned in most alchemist circles. I don't know why that's more fun in my mind.
It's a possibility here since they're
Where
breaking
the
the
hell
laws.
is the exit to this area?
Well, that's because there would be no value to gold, so otherwise you'd just be turning one base metal into another base metal at that point, because everybody will have turned everything into gold and crashed the market.
Yeah, well, due to they're doing Drache's beat, they've got to put a price that someone would be willing to go after. And trust me, 25 mil probably would still not be enough for anyone want to attempt that.
Yep.
25 mil, it's more worth just to have him go fight the people because we know you can take them on. Yeah, let's go get the gold. You go in, and we'll all break you back out.
Whoa. So I'm like, well, looks like Drache has a 1 billion gold bounty.
Well, no one's going to be
Conspiring.
looking at you now.
Yeah, I guess. But
He says 25 mil.
to be fair, at least for me, I'm not as experienced fighter, but Drache, you try fighting him, you'll probably lose your head in 2 seconds. But yes, but with Drache, it's conspiring to help conspiring against items, basically, like with helping with stealing and all that crap. So yeah, he's wanted for that. Bad.
At that point, Quintek is like, really? They want to try to take that man on?
Yeah, they're pretty stupid.
We never claimed they were bright people.
That
We just claimed that they're after us.
now, the thing is, you hear Savanka's like, you're joking. He actually got a higher bounty than me on
No.
stealing something.
Here's the phone code. It's right here. 1 billion.
She's not really happy about this at the moment because she's, if anything, she's more rogue than even Drache. But yeah, he's just because he's had bounties high before, but this just kind of.
How do you get a bounty high? I'm very curious on that.
Well, the good news is if you piss off
You
the Mages
steal
Guild,
real valuable stuff.
Bad joke, ignore it.
Yes.
Tisk.
So
yeah.
she's kind of a little bit upset, even though she goes up and kind of leans up against the chair that. Well, is Helen sitting down or is she still standing?
No, Helen's sitting down.
She's going to lean up against the chair you're
Yeah,
sitting
okay.
in
Yeah, I figured.
with a hand on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Helen's just quietly taking this.
Yeah.
I'm not freaking out. I'm just like,
Amethyst and Voltaire are exchanging glances,
Yes.
but not saying anything. I'm not going to say anything. It's none of my business.
Quintek, that's your next. That's gonna be your. What is it? Yeah,
Daughter-in-law.
Oh, this is going to be out of
daughter-in-law.
character because I
no.
at the moment, you know, he probably wouldn't have a problem with it, but
No, probably not, but
Then Drache is gonna be like, not on my watch.
I would just be like, fuck you, dude.
Drache would probably be no difference there. His only problems with the quartet, he does not hold anyone else. He only holds the person
Oh.
responsible in anything. He does not hold family responsible or anything like that.
Now, is he supposed to be coming to the embassy?
Yes.
Yeah. He's
What
already
time
on
are we
his
looking
way,
at on
more than
that?
like.
We have a week. We have
Suppose,
about a week.
I mean, the thing is, with his kind of travel, it would take a week. Now, is it going to take a true week? That all depends on
Damn
some
it.
things.
Oh,
Huh?
is Helen a little bit
What?
uncomfortable?
No, Helen doesn't want her dad to die.
Yeah,
Well, what was the level of animosity prior to this? Would you have wanted to die before you learned any of the information that was discussed?
No!
Okay, you never like this
I
wasn't one of
never
those
met
daddy
him until
issues
now.
kind of stories.
No, I never met him until now.
yeah.
This is the second
hasn't
day of
stopped-
me actually interacting with.
I mean, to be
with them.
fair, that hasn't stopped some people from wanting their missing parents.
Well, yeah,
gone.
because it's that sort of thing where some people have daddy issues, whether especially if they felt abandoned or they never met their father, they could be manipulated or driven to hate them for some reason.
So it's a legit question.
AKA my ex, but yes.
Yeah, I just did the roll and kind of know when he's going to arrive now.
Oh, damn it.
Told you it's gonna be tomorrow.
No! No.
As long as it's not tonight.
Oh, God, no.
I don't know, but it's a good time for a break, everyone. But
God.
so we'll be right back, and we'll continue with the last section of this session, and hopefully no more internet outages for me. Be right
Fingers
back,
crossed.
everyone.
Well, see, this is
doing
Okay, we are back, everyone, and we're talking about Helen having to do a con check to see if she's blushing with the situation now. With Savanka leaned up against the chair with her hand on her shoulder. I think she does.
I refuse.
If you refuse, then you
I'll
admit
roll.
defeat and you admit that you are blushing.
I am not saying that.
The
No.
DM is law.
That is true, so roll the check.
God.
You have a pretty good con save, so you could
Yeah.
get out of that.
Yeah, what are you complaining about?
For a age?
Yeah.
There, see?
Okay. She's actually not blushing at the moment. Everyone.
Keywords there.
Good Grom.
See, was that so hard?
And remember,
God.
she is a draconic sorceress. She does get your extra from it for con saves along with her constitution.
Fair.
She's a what sorceress?
Draconic. Basically silver draconic heritage. Same as her father, actually, so.
What? What?
Surprise!
You tell me this part now?
No, he told it to you before.
I told
You
you.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he knows he knows that magic you're learning. In
Shit.
fact, he even knows more
Oh
than you do.
no. Oh, no wonder why he was somewhat disappointed on me on that part.
Well, he's not fully disappointed, at least.
He's still pretty upset with me, let's be honest.
No, on that he's not totally. He's more upset that you took his side of the genes on the magic instead of your mother. Okay, you understand? He didn't want this curse passed to you. Is the way he felt about it.
It already did.
Yeah,
Too late.
it did, but he was hoping it didn't. You know?
Too late.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So anyway, with all this, I think we've gone over with what all was in. Said.
So we got Titania's notes. We got Voltaire's books. We got my book. Did we get everything we needed to know from Sylvanka's party?
Probably not all of it, but it's about time. So Savanka finally is like, well, we have an idea on how to get into the Mages Guild, but the thing is, we need to know what we're going in after first now. Helen here, as she strokes Helen's shoulder, says that she can have her familiar go in and check things out, which I think is our best method of finding something that could be hardcore to give to at least the paladins of Ramp. I believe yours as well, Amethyst, for hardcore evidence so the paladins can move out and force against the Mages Guild.
Correct. That wasn't me in character. Correct. There, that was in character.
Yes, and I'm sure some of the others will be joining in as well. So I think our best bet is tomorrow.
That I can actually confirm, because if I can get to the priestess, she can talk to the other. She's going to be letting some of the other temples know.
Good. Well then, tomorrow, I guess Helen and I will go and see about her familiar getting the info she needs. Possibly a couple of others here just as a lookout. I think Quintek should stay here to help with some of this study. Maybe he can understand more with you, but still.
Awesome. I look forward to talking to him.
So lookouts, I think Grom would be a good idea. That way we might be able to pick up more for him on anything with guards. and looking. So either it's going to be Amethyst or Titania. Which one of you would be the better choice here, I wonder?
For doing what?
Keeping a lookout for Helen and Savanka for the spying part.
I volunteer. Titania, I know this place better. I've studied here for years. I think I have a slight advantage.
I just don't like sleeping.
Oh, no. Here's the
It's in the
thing.
morning.
Okay, we're going to be doing this tomorrow. Now, Titania has an argument she could come back with as to why she would be the better lookout if she wished to state.
Because of my skill? I don't know.
You are actually you're better at perceptions and such, and being a lookout. This is perception heavy.
Oh, that's true. I have a pretty bad perception.
Yeah, so but you've already volunteered. That's not being retconned.
I have volunteered.
So Titania can come back and say, "Well, can you read lips or something like that?" I mean, first off, Titania can read lips. She would know if something was happening from reading lips more than likely.
Yeah, Titania's done a great job so far.
Yeah. And this was in different languages she had to do this in. Realize that, too. And there was a couple of times where she just put description of people in like language I did not know. So, but still can be stating, hey, maybe she does need to learn more languages.
So, I bring up the fact that I've been spying on wherever I was spying for the last 2 days. Reading lips and transcribing them down as my qualifications.
You know, Titania, I think adding languages like Dwarven and I guess even Wolfgarian would probably help. You're doing a great job so far.
I agree. That's why I'm trying to learn as many languages as I can, other than personal. I like languages.
Well, Grom, Helen, who do you think would be the better choice of these two?
My vote, personally, would be
She looks down to Helen, still kind of stroking her shoulder a bit.
Of course. Of course. I know you're just doing that on purpose now.
I'm proud of them.
Of course you are. Everyone else is.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
you made the comment that she
I
overheard.
made the comment.
That was the biggest mistake of all. With
Fault.
her. With her, it was.
I'm not saying I don't mind it.
Yeah.
All right, so pick.
So
Who do you
she's
want to look
asking
at?
your opinion. So
Yeah, I
So
would have to
I've
go
got
with.
familiarity and smallness.
I mean, smallness doesn't really help either when I can turn into a rat.
but still can weigh in on this and possibly give other arguments as
Oh
to.
my god, why do you keep posting stuff? I'm muting this channel for a time. Okay, sorry.
And
What do you think? Well, I'm fine if Titania wants to go. Do you think you can manage not to say hello to every single thing that walks the earth?
Well, I'm just going to give her leniency here because of finding out all this info for me and us in general. If she screws up, then yes, we will definitely be like, Amethyst told us so. So yeah.
Well, all right, I get to say I told you so.
Be back in a moment.
Fair enough.
Personally, I would have to go with Titania. even though I really don't want to, but I will have to go with Tanya.
Why? What'd I do?
I mean, what we could do is just, have both of us go. That's out of
And,
character.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was trying to see if some. But Helen is the most likely to maybe suggest maybe both of them together as a lookout.
I mean,
yeah.
an extra pair of eyes couldn't hurt.
Well, I can't really move when I perform the spell, correct? Is that correct, Mr. DM?
You're going to cast the spell before you leave in the morning. Because
right.
it's a ritual for 1 hour. And then you're going to go because you're changing your familiar and actually connecting it to you for the first time. So you're going to get some sensory overloading a little bit, but whatever.
Yeah.
So depending on what you want to turn your familiar into to go in, it's going to be up to you.
No low on Ninetales.
No.
Why?
That's real subtle.
Yeah.
Actually, there won't be any more outrageous than what some of them might be there. Because this is where the homebrew tweak is in. I'm not limiting it to just the animals it lists because her snow wolf pup is not listed.
It's not.
I've kind of said, nope, we're not going to limit it just to these few. We're going to allow others. I will just use certain stats as to the closest animal that it would fit from that list on it for the familiar.
Good man, Dragon.
Do I have to come up with an animal now? Or not yet?
Well, it'll be by morning, so you might want to think about it.
Yeah, I am.
So,
I would suggest why not both of them.
Okay.
Why not both of them?
¿Por qué los dos?
Both? Well. Okay, I was just thinking someone stay behind, but since Quintek and Bastille will be here, and I'm sure Quintek can protect Bastille if something happens.
Oh, yeah. Helen's pretty good in combat.
He's like, oh, I'm sure I can. You see kind of like ice and a little bit of flame kind of in his hand as he just closes it back up.
Oh, we're going to have fun talking, buddy.
I got a feeling there's going to be an RP there with Quintek and him.
Oh, damn it. Oh, no.
So, with that, we have a game plan. I take it you in the morning, Helen, are going to change your familiar into whatever is needed that you think.
Yep.
Okay. With that, I guess it's getting about time that I've got to at least go do my public stuff. So I might be back later on. But
I certainly hope so. Yes, that's in character. Yes, that is in character.
okay. You're she just gives a sly smile down to you. Definitely will have to, I guess. Anyway, I'll be back later on. And as she kind of moves from her, about a few seconds, she disappears. But Helen, after she's disappeared, you feel like a little peck on your cheek, and then
of course.
that no one sees.
I was just about to say, no one say anything. We don't know if she's left.
So no one sees her give me a quick peck on the cheek.
No one sees it this time.
Yay!
Now the thing is, can you keep yourself from blushing on that one?
Yeah, probably not.
Time for con roll.
Con roll it, because this is one of those times.
Of course. Nope. Unless it is.
I'm gonna give it to you. It's a 15.
Yay!
That's a good passing roll. I'll say you did not blush, though it
What are
was
you rolling? Are you
difficult.
rolling perception, Bacon?
That was better to roll insight. If she failed it.
Oh, you were gonna roll an insight?
If she failed it only.
Why would... Okay.
Okay, you can roll an insight. I will allow you to roll an insight.
No.
Why the hell
But
not? I like
but
that.
here's the kicker. It's not because she's blushing. You're gonna see if something else is the case. Since you're wanting to roll an insight, you roll that insight.
All right.
Oh, no.
No.
It doesn't matter, so
I'm too distracted by your amazing father.
Of course.
probably so. So with that, she's gone.
I just want to roll perception because I like rolling perception, but
Well, you can roll a perception. I mean, yeah, you've got a high perception anyway, but she's very stealthy as it is. But go ahead and try to roll for it. Let's see if something
I mean,
happens.
hey, I achieved a goal. I did not blush.
got an unnatural 20.
Damn it.
I'm just looking. I'm not
You
necessarily
don't
looking
really hear. You don't hear her leaving or anything. You're trying to really tell. Though, you do see where it looks like these, like, you know how you give someone a kiss or something on the cheek? You happen to see on Helen's face like someone was giving her a kiss, but no one was there. That's all you know.
See a slight indentation.
A lipstick print.
Well,
Yep. A slight little stain on my face. She was wearing lipstick.
yeah, I mean, but really, you're the only one that could even catch this.
Yeah, I know.
That's about all you know.
Oh, thank God.
Keep at it, Salonga. Keep at it.
Stop! Oh, it's
Anyway,
good.
she's
I knew it.
okay. With that, any other RP y'all want to do, or you want to call it in the evening? Go ahead and be planning for stuff and such.
I mean, I'm excited for when I get to talk to Quintex, so.
Of course you are.
Yeah,
I want to have a little girl talk with Helen, but not with all these people around. We'll
okay.
do it tomorrow when we're having a walk. I suppose.
Well, you can like, hey, Helen, can I talk to you in another room? That is totally legit. You can do that right now. I mean, that is a
Totally
thing.
right
You know
now.
what? I'm gonna roll. I've got my charisma. I'm gonna roll a persuasion check.
Why do you have to roll persuasion?
Because if I say, can I talk to you in the other room, and you be like, nah, then, I gotta be persuasive.
Okay, go right ahead.
Okay, yeah, I would do something like that to you.
I could totally do like,
No, I would somewhat do something like that to you. Just be like, nah.
Yeah, you'd be like, nah.
No.
You're like, no, I don't want to discuss this. I'd be like, oh, I'm rolling. +5.
That is actually higher than Helen's passive insight by 1.
Oh my. Oh. No, I could join you anyway, so.
So,
Even
with
if I want
that,
to, no.
All right, little girl talk.
so you two go probably into Helen's room, or
Helen's room, whichever's the closest off the door.
yeah.
Probably Helen's room.
So you two can go have your private conversation. Just out of curiosity, what others doing in the main room. Quintek has sat down and started, actually opened up the book that is written in Halfling and is starting to read through it.
Yay!
I'm gonna try and study the Wolfgarian again.
Okay, make a intel roll for me, please. As
All right.
you are working on that.
Non-natural 20.
Yeah, he learns better from books, it seems. You've got a lot more grasp of the language this night. You're not fluent. This is a harder language to get fluent in. But you can follow a conversation. If it came down to having to read the lips, you could follow along pretty much.
Perfect.
But you're not fluent per se. You would get some things messed up.
No language, still illiterate.
So you definitely made a lot of progress on it. Grom,
Oh, hi.
hi. So you what's your plans? I mean, you're not having to go in the armor tomorrow. You're going as a scout / spotter. So, because the armor's not fully gotten, even though by morning it probably will be, and I am doing a roll on that right now. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Before we have the girl RP happen.
Woo!
So this is for like the evening?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
evening, I mean, any
Yeah, pick
RP
an activity.
activity, in the activities, that sort of thing.
Because what are you doing?
The girls have left the lads alone. So what are the
Well,
lads getting up to?
no, there's still one girl that
Two.
went to learn languages, which she's
Oh yeah.
done.
I forget. I'm sorry. I forget that one of the lads is a girl.
Thank you.
Both.
Everybody forgets about me. I see how it is.
I'm sorry.
You're easy to forget.
I'm just a girl with a very manly voice, okay? Very deep
Aww.
voice, I should say. Anyway, yeah. Trying to get 2413.
So, with that,
Wait.
I mean, that's why I'm just wondering what you are doing before I go into that long, or whatever RP. If you had any RP plans, or if you're just going to have just a regular quiet evening.
Just a regular quiet evening.
Alright.
Yep.
Same for you, Bastille?
I mean, I might snuggle or something, but it's not going to be anything like serious.
Okay, alright, we get the idea. So, quiet
Yeah.
evening is all I need to answer on that.
Yeah.
Quintek is staying at the embassy, and they've got him in a room set up as well, due to the fact he's going to be staying and helping you all. I mean, he's going to have a, quiet evening. He's getting his spells set up for the next day. And when I say that, he is a sorcerer, but yeah, he's still setting up spells.
I can do that every day too, but I don't.
You don't really change yours out. That's the thing.
Nah, not normally.
So with that, okay, Helen and Amethyst, you're in Helen's room.
All right. I just have to ask. Are you really serious about letting everyone else make the first move?
Why?
You are on your... Go on.
I'm so serious.
Can you speak up out of character?
Yeah, no, Helen, when she gets sometimes nervous about her love life, she talks quieter than she really
Alright.
wants to. That's just how I portray Helen.
Oh, okay. So
So-
Helen is mumbling.
Helen's just lowering her voice quietly because she doesn't want others to hear her, per se.
She doesn't want anybody with a passive perception of 20 to hear her.
Yeah, no, I don't want anyone to hear. No, Frank, I don't want Grom to hear.
What's wrong with Grom hearing you?
Because it's you.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's things wrong with that.
Okay.
Look, I don't mean to put you on the spot, dear, but you are going to be the leader of a wolf pack. You've got to show more initiative. People are going to be waiting on you to make the commands. When do you plan on giving it a try?
Oh. Oops.
Anyway, it's just something to think about. I won't trouble you any more about it. At least, not tonight. Have a good evening.
Bye tomorrow morning.
Helen just
I expect an answer
smiles.
before breakfast. That was out of character.
Helen just smiles, nods at what Amethyst did have to say, taking into consideration, but just smiles and nods, and then probably goes and I have to prepare that spell tonight, don't I? Correct, Dragon?
What now?
The spell, the Find Familiar, or that familiar spell. Do I have to prepare it the night before?
You basically, they're prepared for you right now. In a way,
Okay.
because you're not got full level in wizard yet, okay? So,
Right. I didn't know if I had to do the whole preparing.
it's
Yeah.
basically already prepared.
Then I just need to sit here and think about an animal.
Like I said, Lowell and Ninetails.
Okay, I see how you are talking about me in OOC.
No. No.
Okay.
I love Pokemon.
Do a Rattata then.
Oh my god.
No.
I would never
Stop.
advise somebody to do a Rattata. Ditto, not a Rattata.
Okay. So basically, with that done, Helen, some food for thought for Helen.
Yeah.
Basically, we're saying quiet night, though. Something could be happening with Helen and Savanka that night.
Yeah.
Don't know. That will have to be
private.
this.
Not if she doesn't make the
Private.
first move.
No. That's all private. None of you hear that. None of you are going to hear that. None of you are hearing that.
You don't know what's happening there, so that is a private discussion thing that will take place offline. As that is, we keep this relatively children friendly. So with that,
That's not going to be children friendly.
that part could go south very quickly.
Yup.
For teen.
Yo.
So with that,
I keep forgetting.
you wake up the next morning. Savanka's there already as you walk in. Maybe possibly talking to Titania. As Titania and her are both, elves. They don't need as much rest. So depending on what Titania's doing this morning.
Asking her how her morning's going, how she slept well.
Oh, I slept quite well. Thank you, Titania.
Asking her anything else I can try and learn about Drache, actually, because I don't know, I'm curious.
Oh, she could tell you a whole lot about Drache.
Actually, more specifically, I want to ask what his problem is with Savanka, the goddess Savanka.
Okay, you're gonna ask. Okay, that is a good question to ask. And she's actually got a roll to see if she remembers her being told that. And oh my God, nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Hey, she
I think
remembers.
she remembers.
Let's hear it.
Well, this is possibly before everyone's awake, so. Oh, she kind of just like, yeah. Let's just say that this happened back during the time with the quintet. My godfather, my great great grandfather, and others of the party. There was a druid amongst them. He was, in fact, one that was very close to that goddess. And some things went south, as I understand it. It was before the final bout with Balsrath that caused a lot of havoc in the town and almost ruined plans to go after Balsrath. And she was kind of behind the cause, as I understand it.
What did the druid that worshiped Savanka do?
In this small town, they were abusing animals. So Drache understood the reasoning. It was just at the wrong time to take action because they needed the town's help in certain things, which they lost because of this. He kind of released a bunch of owlbears and such to the place, as the owlbear is like one of her primary animals.
Things back to Matlock. I know about that particular preference of Savanka. So he doesn't like Savanka because a druid that was worshiping her almost caused them to not be able to go after Balsrath, if I'm understanding right.
That is,
Because of
yeah.
okay. Okay, that's not the worst possible sounding outcome then.
No, I mean, it's probably not. I understand where he comes from, but also they were abusing animals and such, so I can't blame the druid. This is one of those times where I can understand my godfather's position, but I also understand their position.
Yeah, abusing animals is a no bueno.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, on a completely different note, do you have any other language books? Like, do you have any language books that I could have to study from?
You're in a town. Go buy your own.
I'm
Hey,
afraid I
she's here.
don't.
I'm gonna ask.
I'm afraid I don't.
Darn it. All right.
I mean, there are bookstores in this town, several. I'm sure you can find one that would have a bunch of language books that you can buy some from.
Yeah. I don't know why. I really like reading about and learning other languages. And plus, it's been actually kind of helpful recently, so that's also good too.
Well, I would say so. I mean, definitely, if we would have had you knowing a few more languages, we might have picked up even more information from what you were doing. So I can understand now.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe after your foray today, maybe we can stop in and I'll buy you one just because of how well you've done in this. And I know you were kind of off by yourself without contact with people for a day or two, so.
Yay. Oof.
So with
Bleh.
that,
How unladylike.
Well, in real life, I ain't a lady, so.
so
Plus,
everyone's now waking up. So, Helen, where are you going to perform your first ritual of Find Familiar?
Where?
Yeah, where are you going to do it? Are you going to do it in your room or are you going to do it out here in front of all of them? Because this is a 1 hour ritual.
I would probably do it in my. I would probably do it in my room.
Okay. So, more than likely, you haven't come out for breakfast or anything. You're going ahead and doing this ritual. What animal are you turning Snow into for this foray?
I was thinking
good
of
to
a.
Hush your mouth.
I was thinking of a fox, like a full-size fox.
So you're going into doing just a fox?
White, gray, or red?
Probably red. Something different.
Okay. So,
Thanks.
after an hour, Snow's back. And it's still snow, you know it. But
Yeah.
this time, now that you have done this, yes, Snow is a fox. A regular looking real red fox. Small. Actually smaller than what Snow probably was. And for once, you go ahead and like try to close your eyes and you're able to see through Snow's eyes. You're actually looking at yourself through their eyes. Able to hear stuff. And actually able to have, you're telepathically able to tell Snow to go over here. Jump up here. And such. More than you've ever been able to with your mom's familiar, though it's yours now.
Right.
So after this about time, yep, she went. After about, you've been taking your longer. I mean, you did it for an hour, but now you're kind of doing this.
Pushing it.
You got to knock on your door, and Helen dear, is everything okay in there? This is Ivanka asking.
Yeah.
Helen, dear.
I know. I'm trying to figure out. I would.
Is someone blushing?
No, shut the fuck up and let me say something.
She's probably blushing in real life. Her character's probably not.
I'm not. I'm blushing.
Anyway, back
Bullshit. Helen replies, "I'm fine, sweetie. This was just my first time." Yeah. Will you let me finish?
Okay. I'm listening. Just ignore them. I mean, you're getting the response.
I said, "Yes, sweetie. It was just my first time performing this spell. I was just trying to get used to what I can and cannot do."
Okay, well, we need to be moving out here before long.
I'll be out in just a moment.
Okay. So you see Quintet, he's looking over the Dwarven book and the other book, and the other one that was sent that was about the Osiris's orb, and he's doing some more studying on it. You see him like drawing diagrams and such on some of this as to what it possibly could be. Already hard at work. So as we're waiting for Helen to come out. Any other
Helen would have
RP?
been-
So when Helen,
I'm pretty good on RP.
okay,
Helen
And,
would have been out just like a minute or two after Bunka asked about it, or told me that I needed to start hurrying up. She would have been, okay, time to go. Go do this.
okay. So with that, when Helen comes out this time, you see this little red fox by her feet walking.
I'm out at this point, right?
Yeah, you're outside. You're
Good
probably looking
stuff.
through stuff. Probably look up to see her.
Yep. And then I'll go ahead and say I see that. Oh, nice, Helen. So this is your actual familiar, correct?
Yes.
I
Yes.
think that's really appropriate, you know, with us trying to learn fire magic, and now you have a red part of yourself, if you know what I mean. It's cute.
Why does it smell like skunk in here?
Anyways,
I'm
Is that-
sorry.
Is that in character?
No,
I'm
that's-
taking that out of character there. We'll just.
All right, it really does.
yeah,
smell like, all right.
it's, for me, it smells like skunk in here. That's really weird.
Ew.
That is disconcerting.
I don't really care.
So, with that,
I'm a
her
little
father
confused
would look
about
up.
all of these, all the mechanics of this. So is this where are these? Can you conjure a familiar in any location you choose?
Yes, you can conjure
Like,
it.
doesn't
Yes, you can do it at any location. She just has to. This is an hour-long ritual to do this, and if she already has it, she chooses a new form for the familiar to take on.
Oh, this was just to produce the familiar. For a minute there, I was confused about, like, I thought she had already sent Snow.
Okay, the thing is with
into
Snow,
wherever we're
Snow
going.
was sort of connected to her. It is fully connected to her now after doing this. She's just changed the shape into a different animal for the recon. Now she probably will switch it back to Snow, the Snow Wolf pup, later on.
Yep.
But right now,
After the
she
recon,
chose
it would
a
be-
Yule Fox that she's deciding to send in.
Okay.
That is her choice. I'm going along with it. As
feel like
Yeah,
it.
no, I was just confused.
yes.
Yeah, no.
I was like, oh, so because I was thinking, oh, so this fox is going to come with us, and
She has a
and is
range
gonna
as to how
stay at the
far
hotel.
she can be
Okay.
away from this familiar for things to work out. So she still got to
Yeah, no.
go.
I still have to
Okay.
go with.
No.
When we would get back to the embassy, or base as I call it, Snow would turn back into a Snow Wolf pup.
After
Right
she
then.
does this ritual again.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, it will take another hour for you to do that. But
That's fine.
so with that,
But
you're ready to leave, and you see Savanka and the others that's going ready to leave. So hopefully, Miss Dale and Quintek, you'll find some good info today while we're gone, and hopefully we find what we need to take out of there and let you know. Yep, I hope so.
Heck yeah.
So y'all are heading to the Mages.
Best of luck.
Everyone do a perception check. Yes, best of luck.
Go boy.
22.
17.
16.
Whoa, look at that.
16.
That's amazing for me.
Oh my god. Everyone here.
And you wanted to be the one that we took when we went out spying on things?
Hey,
Maybe
I
one.
know this city like the back of my hand.
Ooh, that's
Or like the back of Amethyst's hand.
Well,
Sorry, the only thing that comes to mind is the Robin Williams quote from Robots.
so you're definitely seeing sort of like as you're moving through, you're seeing all the different. You're starting to see the Mages Guild, and you're noticing how their robes. There's like a little bit of a difference in different styles and such. YouTube, but still's not there with you to explain the differences, or Helen's father. You're not sure how the differences can play in a factor. Hopefully, you can get some info on that as you.
What colors do we see? Or are they just like different designs?
It's basically most of their robes are of a black coloration now, which is way off. But you're noticing different cording colors from red, blue, green, white on some. Basically, any color in the rainbow. You have noticed a few different ones. Now you're seeing more like reds.
Fire.
Well, you see,
Sorry.
I know what you're trying to say, but you're seeing more like red and blues and some purples. That's the most you're seeing
the first
right
thing
now.
comes to mind is fire and cold, but obviously if there's purple, that's not fucked up, man.
Well, we probably need someone else to interpret that.
Doesn't
Or
mean you
ask
can't make a
Bastille
random
straight out what it
guess.
could mean when you get back to the embassy. So,
I write down notes about the colors of coats we're seeing, robes or whatever.
yeah, robes with the cords. So you finally
Yeah, I
get
take notes.
getting back to a place where, okay, who's going to take the northern side and who's going to take the southern, southeastern way here? So Helen and I can get close to the wall so we can see the
I'll take
familiar.
northern.
I'll take 7.
Southeastern? Okay. Amethyst, who do you want to go
I
with?
thought you said west.
There's only two
Wait,
ends
there's
that
only 2 of us. Who's
Titania, Grum, and you are with.
Okay, I
So
forgot
you
that Grum was
are
coming
either
with us.
going to go with Titania or going to go with Grum here.
I'm going with Grom.
Okay.
Grim.
Okay.
Graham.
All right. So you're going to the southeastern roadway to where. So now then, Helen needs to make a stealth check. I will be adding a bonus on this that you don't know about, Helen.
Oh, God. I have no stealth.
Okay.
What'd you get?
9.
9.
Yeah, but you can add, there's something being added to it that actually makes it good. So don't worry.
Thank God.
With
Not trace.
Okay, 9 isn't horrible.
yeah,
I mean, 9 is pretty bad.
It's not a
Yes.
critical failure.
I never said it was good. I said it wasn't horrible.
It wasn't horrible. It's middle of the line. I mean, it's you'll slightly fail if you're taking the straight D20 roll, but let's just say with Savanka's help and all, they are not heard or seen as they get up where they needed to be at.
See, she's got you.
Yes, she has. In more ways than one.
We all know this.
No, you don't.
You know, okay, with this, now you're going to be sending in the fox from this side into the Mages Guild. And I'm going to take it you're going to be looking and all that through the eyes. Yep. Okay.
Yes.
As such, we are going to be taking the stats of a cat as that is a canine type creature for this.
Okay.
There's a reason why I'm saying this is because of how the spell is.
Just the statement. We're taking cat because it's a canine type creature.
Well,
Okay.
They're
Find
really
familiar.
being
Let
like
me
a
give
small
you.
and kind of cat-like.
Okay, find familiar. This spell, let me explain it for everyone to understand. You gain the service of a familiar, a spirit that takes an animal form you choose. They give you the choices of bat, cat, crab, frog, hawk, lizard, octopus, owl, poisonous snake, fish, which is a quipper, rat, raven, seahorse, spider, or weasel. I'm going with cat due to of the canine feature here, and Bill. Due to the fact I'm letting her have any type of animal as a familiar in looks, but I will be taking one of these stat frames. I'm taking the
It's
cat.
still gotta match a stat set.
Yes. With that said, she's already told me what form this is because even though it looks like a beast, it falls under one of three categories: celestial, fae, or fiend. As to what type of familiar it is. I know which one it is. Y'all, actually, let me finish. Actually, when this was redone, actually, I have to say, Amethyst would actually know what type it is. I believe. Divine Sense, yeah, she would. You would feel that it is celestial.
Alright, called it.
No. That's the thing. Amethyst knows it's celestial because of her divine sense.
Okay, I'm not saying Titania knows anything.
Yeah.
Half my quips or comments I say are almost all out of character.
Yeah, I know. But that's the way that, even though she has to use it, but I'm sure she would have probably used one here now just to know anything. Knowing how things are. But okay. So Helen, as I said, we are taking the cat in this because you're looking through its eyes and such.
Yep.
So you need to roll a stealth check for it. It's got +4 in stealth. It is getting a bonus at the moment due to how close you are with Savanka on this first one. So even though really, oh god, this little fox just, it's in. It's already in. It's got into the building. It's like no one's paying attention to this familiar. As it's not even there. You're just perfectly done. You have gotten into the building. What? You have an option. As you have gotten into this building, you see a lot of different doors down a hallway here now. What do you want to do? Now, while this is going on, I need a perception check from the 3 lookouts.
All right. 17.
Okay.
I just found the birch forest I was looking for.
Net one.
Oh, it's
Say-
a good thing that I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need a. So, what is your action here? You are to try to find hard evidence. Are you going to look at the doors, see if you see words on them as to where you might want to go for hard evidence, or what are you going to do?
Yeah. I'll start looking at the see if there's any like nameplates around the doors, and if I don't see that, then I'll try to hear to see in to see how many people are in a room.
Do a perception check.
Do I have advantage because I'm also using hearing?
Yeah, you can do that.
This will be like
And
Untitled
while
Goose Game.
this is going on, Grom, you with that nat 1,
19.
actually higher than that. It's actually 21. You have the
21?
perception from
Oh.
the familiars plus 3.
Oh, well, you didn't say plus 3.
I'm sorry, I should have, but it's okay. I'm looking at that, I know.
Alright.
So, while this is going on, and I'll tell you what you see and hear in a moment, Helen.
Okay.
On yours in Titania, you see a couple of guards like you're kind of like just who knows what you're doing right there, and actually you see kind of like some shrubbery, so you might be at it as a druid, and you look and you see a couple of guards, and they're kind of talking.
What are they
And
saying?
well, since you can read their lips as they're talking in common,
Yeah.
that the Mages Guild's about to be going on a high alert because of stuff. They're trying to get magical items. I don't know what it's about. That sort of thing. You're getting that kind of idea that they're about to be going on a high alert type thing.
Good to know.
Uh,
I write this down on a piece of paper.
okay. Well, you're making a note of it. Ron, you see flat out nothing because you actually trip and fall.
You see the ground.
And it's getting closer.
Amethyst, on the other hand, you're noticing that there's just a couple of guards now. You don't have the be able to read lips, so you don't know what's being said by them, but they're not really paying attention to you. You know that much. They just seems like they're minding their own business at the moment. They're not alerted to anything. And you can start helping Grom out of the ground or whatever.
No, I just leave face planted.
Get a watering can.
Yes.
Not a planted Grom.
Back to...
Now, see, if you did that, you'd then have a taller Grom on you.
Back to Helen in Snow's eyes and ears, per se. You happen to have heard something, Helen, that caught your attention in this form. An argument, in fact. And you heard spheres. It came from the fourth room down, and it says, and it's got on it, private. Only entry for certain people. Now, luckily, this door is cracked open. You will need to roll a stealth check to see if you can get Snow in there, or if you're going to just wait till they leave, or what. Or you can sit there and try to do another perception check and just... I mean, right now, you're inconspicuous in the hallway. You do see other familiars, all that, but nothing's being paid attention to with them. It's nothing unusual. You're just a familiar, just...
Being a familiar.
Yeah.
Familiarizing yourself.
I'm going to wait until they leave the room.
Okay.
But I want to also check out, like, the rooms next to, the two
The other
next
rooms
to the...
around here, you see, like, supply room, office of Drache. And I'm going to go ahead and spell that one.
I have a feeling that person's going to be extremely important for me to spy on.
I mean, it's an office of Drache. You don't know who exactly the person is, but it is a person and it is a name.
Is it open?
The door is currently closed on that one.
Okay.
I mean, she would have to be something a little smaller to be able to get into that one.
No.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but she could send a message to the Steel. Ask him about it.
1 second on that. Actually, I need to see what the distance is on that spell, because you might not be able to. I know what you're saying. I mean...
My cantrip message?
The spell that you learned to send a message to...
Okay, he's talking about the long range sending. Message is only 120 foot range.
Yeah.
And doesn't cost her a spell slot.
Sending cost me a spell slot.
So right now, this is trying to get information. She's just gathering information. It's not like you're going in right now and getting that hardcore evidence.
Yeah, we could always come back tomorrow, and I could be something smaller tomorrow, and go into that office if
needed to be
if
smaller.
needed.
Or
be a goose and steal the radio.
Or you could be like, okay, this is where we have to get to get this. See, she's trying to find out where to go to get the hard evidence that you're looking for.
Yeah.
So,
and right now, in that private room with people talking about the sphere, that's kind of more important than an office of Drache.
Yeah.
But
and
that's still somewhat important.
Yeah,
so.
And for that spell, she would actually have to break her link with the familiar at the moment to send that message, and that could get the familiar into trouble type situation, even though she can tell the familiar, because it obeys every command, to just kind of sit there, act normal, Don't draw any attention to yourself, but still.
I'm not going to chance that
Okay,
at this moment.
so that is the case. You're passing. Now you're able to tell Savanka all this is going on. You're
Yeah.
passing on this information to Savanka because you're able to talk to her. That's the one thing that is not translated through the familiar per se.
I can speak to people on the outside. It's just my eyes and my ears and my nose is all in my. Basically, I'm.
Right now, her body herself is blind out, senseless per se. And
So
that's why
someone's gonna go-
Savanka's right there next to her because she understands some of the intricacies of this. If the others don't. Though, I think the one person that would have understood would have been the Still, as he is a wizard. He would know this spell.
Yep. Then, yeah, I would wait until they leave. The people in that office that are talking
Into
leave.
that private room, per se.
In that, yeah, the private room. I would wait until they leave, but I'll also still act like I'm just like, oh, I'm just a familiar running around. Don't
Are
mind me.
you now? Here's the one question: when they are leaving, are you going to try to have your familiar sneak run in before a door is closed or something, or are you going to just? What's your plan for when they start leaving? If they close that door,
If they start closing the door, then Snow's going to quickly run in as fast as she can to get into the door before it fully closes.
okay.
So basically I'm right next to the doorway, and when I see people opening up the door fully, she would sneak around the corner of the door quickly as possible and then like run off into like a far corner where they couldn't really see me.
Okay. Well, for this, it's going to be another perception check for the three lookouts. Hopefully, Grom is out of the mud by now, or this is about an hour later.
Yes, he would be.
Oh my god, Amethyst is killing it tonight for perception.
Jeez, Amethyst.
I'm a good lookout.
Are we doing another perception check? I spaced.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Sorry, my bad.
Is there a role that I need to do, Dragon, or not yet?
25.
You're fine. You're fine. Okay. You're still seeing the same. Okay. Guards aren't really paying attention to anyone, not paying attention to y'all. You're blending in fine. As lookouts, I mean, not having to be stealthy or deceiving, really. There are a few shops around here. Maybe you're kind of going around looking, per se. But no, there's nothing to worry about. Titania, still able to read lips and all. Actually, I have to roll something. Okay. You notice three of the mage guild people coming up. Now they're coming up to a back door that luckily Helen and Savanka's not at. They're kind of ways from that. They're hidden. They're not going to be seen by them. But one of them's carrying an item.
Can I see do I notice what item it is?
It is covered up. It is round. It's like a ball, but this isn't as big as a sphere of Cyrus, but you don't know how big these other two spheres are.
Of course, my first inclination is to follow them.
They are heading kind of like to a back gate to go into the place. But as you are a lookout, you need to hold your position because of Helen and Savanka right now with what they're doing. So it is your call as to what you want to do. And we're going to say this is about double the size of about the size of a beach ball, one of the big beach balls, if you know what I mean. This isn't a small thing, but it's not so heavy it can't be carried. And the mage that's kind of carrying it's kind of bulky anyway, so he's got some strength to carry it anyway.
Curiosity, how big is a spider?
Depends on the spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the spider. Why?
Well, because I have a spell that is conjure animals.
Yeah.
One of these sample creatures that it says is spider.
Yeah, you can make a little spider the size of a spider that'll crawl on the ground. And so, I mean,
So my thought is
You can make an itsy bitsy
summon
spider.
some spiders and send spiders to watch to see what's going on, and then have them report back.
okay. You're more than welcome to do that if that's what you so wish.
I'm gonna go for that. Wait, stop, wait.
So you don't conjure.
No. I'm trying to think because they would be detected as magic. These are guys of the Mage Guild. We've already had this discussion before. Because they would still be fey creatures. If they weren't fey creatures, maybe, but no, I'll just note it down.
Now, you obviously did not pay attention to what familiars are made of. Celestial,
What familiars
fey,
are,
and
this isn't a familiar.
fiend.
Hey,
These are
aren't
conjured
familiars.
animals that are fey creatures. Think
Yeah,
about
you
that.
summon fey spirits that take on the form.
Yes, you're conjuring fey spirits.
So they would be immediately detected as magic. Would they not? Or am I not understanding what fey spirits are?
It's a mage's guild. Every fool's using magic.
There are certain spells in action to detect stuff. Now, this is a gray area for this. As you were wanting to conjure animals, and they are fey creatures, would it set off the Mage Guild alarms with all the familiars that's in there? Trust me, there's some of these wizards that's got Fey for familiar. There's some that definitely have Fiend for familiars. There's probably a few that have Celestial for familiars. So it's across
Fuck
the
it, let's try
board.
it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do, because they're level challenge rating 0. It says 8 beasts of challenge rating 4 or lower.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say summon 8 of them.
Okay.
And then the specific directions I want to give them is to try and find out what that orb is, but stagger themselves so they can see the one in front of them. So if one of them gets squished, the rest can actually report back. Or at least like if they got detected and squished, not like, oh, somebody accidentally stepped on him. Like that's the specific like chain of orders I want to give. So they're 8 spaced probably about 5 or so feet apart. That way they can see each other, and if they get detected, the rest can try, at least one can hopefully get back with the necessary information about what that orb is.
Okay. Okay. So they are doing what you said, and they are in following on them, staggered out, able to see each other as they follow behind them.
And now we wait.
Yeah, on that part, you now in wait. It seems like nothing is set off when they go through the doors or anything.
That's
So
good.
everything's looking good, and actually, the rolls worked out in your favor for that.
Yay!
That's always a good thing to hear.
That is.
So they're following them, and when they go in, you see that one of the spiders sees that they talk to another mage, and he goes a run. As they turn and start going down into a set of stairs to go down below the Mage's Guild. Now, on this, yep, that would happen, like I thought it would. When the first spider tries to keep following them down the stairs, it's vaporized.
So what does the second spider do?
This spider is vaporized when it entered into going down the stairs. The second one sees this, stops, turns, and figures it's time to come tell you what to do.
Alright.
So the other 7 are coming back out. And Amethyst, you have 55 hit points. I don't understand why you say you only have 6.
It's something happened to my profile. It's weird. It says I noticed it on the stream. It says 6 of 6, and yeah, something happened to my profile.
Nah, that happens.
I don't know.
Okay.
Bug. Not important.
Yeah, it's a bug. She has 55 hit points, everyone. I don't understand why.
I'm gonna write that down. There we go. Not that I think we're going to be having combat, but you never know. Half an hour to go. This whole town could explode in civil war.
No, please.
I could try and follow after that orb. You
Okay.
don't know what I might do.
Okay, let's see if that corrected the issue for everyone. There we go. It's corrected.
Thank you.
Magical DM.
So, spiders are hate back.
The
But
DM casts fix.
Mend, actually. Let's keep it D&D related.
Mint.
As your spiders are starting to come back. Now, this is going to take a bit of time. We're jumping over to Snow.
Okay.
Unknown to you, you see this mage running around, opens the door and is running into it. The door's wide open now as this guy has run in. And with your perception from earlier, I'm going to leave it as is. You hear the... dang it. I'm having a problem on name. It's the Sphere's here. The Sphere's finally here. The Rillock Sphere.
Rubric.
Rubric. Thank you. I'm having a problem. I can't find the note on that, but
That's fine.
you get the idea that he's just reporting the Sphere has just entered the Mage's Guild. And one of the other people with a very deep voice, kind of gravelly, good. About time something is going right for our master Battleslamp. Let us go see the condition of this sphere. And you hear him coming out of the room. Do you still want to run into the room and hide, or what do you want to do with Snow at this point? Hearing this information.
Well, hearing this information, first off, Helen grabs Fire Dancer and tells her that news.
With her being told this news, she's like, okay, wait for him to leave that room, let the door close, get Snow out of there, let's get out of here. This is bigger than I thought. We'll get the hard evidence when we can, but right now, this is get Snow out of there. That's what she's telling you. This is...
Do I actually hear that, or is it because... Do I hear what she tells me? Is my question.
Actually, what happens on this is she kind of... You feel like a nudging of like, get out of there from her. The way she's doing this...
I was like, she's tugging my arm like, let's go, almost.
Yeah, that's what she's doing. You still have your feeling senses, and obviously she had certain signs set up for you. So it's like, let's get out of here. You know, it's like, all right, I'm not going to go in this room now. So your familiar's just sitting there as they leave.
I pull Snow out.
Okay. Are you going to wait till they're fully leaving before you have Snow leave, or?
Yeah. I'm waiting until they pass Snow, and they're a bit down the hall where if I walk away, they wouldn't notice. Or they wouldn't be like, oh, it's just a familiar running around, whatever.
Yeah. After they've kind of gotten out of Snow's eye shot, you're able to leave. And we're going to say you're leaving okay, but you will need to make one perception check. Which your perception on the cat is what again? +4?
Yeah.
Yeah, +4. And you're getting close enough to Savanka that you're getting a little bit of a bonus.
So I don't have to roll with advantage?
You don't roll with advantage, but you'll get a bonus added on. It's sort of like a pass without trace type thing, but it's a little different, connected to her. And still able to get out. Nothing is figured out. You've got Snow back. You're able to use your senses again since Snow's right there with you.
Yep.
How do you wish to proceed? You have a lookout, and you have your lookouts. How are you going to meet back up with everyone? And you can use message here to send a message to them. Now, as you have gotten Snow out, the spiders have returned to you, to Tanya, stating that the first one vaporized when it tried to go down the stairs. Following where this orb was going, they decided to come back to report to you.
What?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Titania.
I was gonna say when they get back, can I like write down the path that they took up to the stairs on a piece of paper?
Yes, you can do that. You can do all that.
That way we have a rough map if we intend to come back here, which I just about guarantee we will.
You get a rough estimate as to, from that door, where to go and where to go down on the stairs. You have that rough estimate. You don't know much else about the building on this part. But you have that far.
Yeah.
With that.
And then I thank them for their help, and I suppose they're good to go.
Okay, so you let the spell go as they disappear.
Yep.
So, back to Helen and Savanka. Savanka's like, okay, we need to get them, but we don't want to be too surprising, because obviously this is not good right now. They've got us here. They're probably going to go on a higher alert or something, more than likely.
Yeah.
My dear.
Who
happen to have any way to maybe tell them to head back to the embassy so we can go back separately?
Yes. Now, yes, I have a cantrip for him.
Okay. So,
Do I have to be in eyesight of each one of them to perform the cantrip, or no?
with a message, it's
Yes.
you're got to be within 120 feet of them, and you just have to know kind of like the direction of where they'll be at. You do not have to see them.
All right. That was my main question, if I had to actually see them or not. But I take it I would know the gist of where each one of them would be.
Yes, and they are definitely within range for this.
Then I would just tell each of them, head back. I found something out, but needs to be talked in private. Or talked back at the embassy.
Alright, so you do this like 2 to 3 times, as you have to send it. It's just one-on-one. So
Yep.
you let Titania know, you let Amethyst and Grom know. So you all are able to head back. You're heading back at different times. Amethyst and Grom is probably together on this, as they were on the same end. Titania would be the furthest out and would take her longest to get. No, switch that is actually Grom and Amethyst that would be the last to get back, as they are the farthest away from the embassy.
Right.
So, as you get back to the embassy, we're going to just kind of take a moment. But still, Quintet has been in there, I guess, researching. Any RP going to happen here? While they've been gone?
Yep.
I figured as much.
Yeah, buddy. So it's not gonna be as long as you think for everybody else, but mainly I'll start off and say, I never had a doubt about you, Quintet. I just thought, yeah, just like Helen, her being my pupil and everything, I had a feeling you were also a good guy. Call it teacher's intuition, if that makes any sense.
That's not a lie, is it?
No, it's not a lie.
Okay. I just did an insight just to make double sure on that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, but still, I'm glad there is at least some people that still believe in this.
Yeah. She's been pretty good so far. Ray of Frost and Firebolt. What else is there? She has a ice like fireball.
Comet blast.
Comet, and then fireball. And then she has let's see. Scorching or no, it's not Scorching Ray.
Freezing fire.
Thank you. Freezing fire. Was hers is just freezing hands, and then I have scorching hands. Is that what it is? I was trying to remember it off the top
Burning
of my head.
hands.
Burning hands. Okay, so burning hands and freezing hands. All three of those have combined to make that magic that both of you are able to use. I'm actually kind of wondering when she gets more knowledgeable what I should possibly mess around with her.
He kind of puts the book down he's studying and looks at you. I don't know if teaching her anymore is a good idea. I know a lot, and I tried not to use it. The only thing that I do is just an intimidation thing. I do more than anything. It can cause a lot of rage in your system. Spells.
Yeah.
And that can hurt you in a backlash later on if you're not careful.
Yeah, we had a we had an incident, but that's why I carry health potions. She has a force ring now, so that helps with one of the backlashes with the
Yes, I can
burning
understand,
hands.
but even that at a point will not be enough. As
Yeah.
I've learned, but I don't know if I would teach anymore if I was you, but it's her
Yeah,
call, not mine. It's her
that
own
is
woman.
true. She has been aggressive at times. I'm happy to at least see that she has, that crush on Solanka. That's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
But I just think, we'll see about one more. This is just my responsibility as a teacher, because you gotta step in somewhere when you're teaching your student if something's going wrong. That's just a general rule, in my opinion. We'll see how that goes. If it starts getting just like too much anger over, I don't know how much you know about Titania, but she's a little spacey at times and
I
dense,
am not.
and
Yes, you are.
she,
Shut the fuck
she
up.
can really annoy Helen to the point of where we actually think she's gonna kill her. So I think maybe one to maybe just take your advice might be good, and take like a week or so, and maybe longer. I don't know. She's just extremely useful, is what I'm getting at in combat, and I'm trying not to be like, oh well, she's a tool in our party, and that's all we care about. Because no, she's one of my best friends, but yeah, I just think, especially fighting Bowser, she could possibly do it eventually. So defeating him. So
You see, I'm kind of chuckling a little bit with some of the last you were saying about Titania and all.
Heard you laugh at that one.
Yeah, well, I'm reminded of some things like that when I was venturing party like this, taking on Bowser's. And you always gonna have your discords here and there, so I understand where you're coming from. Even though if she can actually read lips and all like she can, that's more useful than you'd think. I wish we would have had it in her. Team, Drache, I think, learned how finally, as we needed someone that could.
yeah,
Drache was a great leader. Listen,
well, you and I are becoming from acquaintances to friends. I like to think, and I think I'm not the best at convincing people, but maybe I can also help. Being if it's obviously going to stay in the embassy and that's it, we can settle it there. Because I like to think that I can be a good judge of character. You just don't seem like the type of person that would, oh, I'm gonna murder everyone kind of dude. So, and Helen has a lot of great qualities, and I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. But anyways, I just think we should just see how things go, and especially with just comparabilities with Drache and everybody else. Just people can. It's not impossible to convince somebody to be in your cause. So we just got to really think. And I don't know if something happened with everywhere they come and went to come and see you and whatnot, but I just think that there's a way that we can convince Drache to basically be like how we deal with Helen and Titania. So
alright, time out here for a second. Grom, did you show Bastille that book with the images? You told him
nope,
about it.
nope.
I'm asking if he did that in that night or whatever.
During cuddle time.
This is why I'm asking, because this could have happened. That's why I'm asking Fuzzy if he's there, or is he still AFK?
No, I'm here.
Would you have shown the book to anyone of the party when you got back, or Bastille in your room? The one about the possession.
It's also why I was kind of struggling for words, anyways.
He probably would have mentioned it, but I don't think he would have shown it. Just he probably forgot about it.
All right, he mentioned it prior to Bastille, so Bastille, you at least know about the possession and know there's a book that help with evidence.
Yeah.
So
I guess the last part, then I'll edit what I said to finish that. Like, especially with that book that can be used to help you, I feel like, we can make footway in that old quote unquote party that you had, the friendship that you had with Drache and yourself, it can be mended. So over time, obviously, but
hopefully.
yeah.
It's like getting Destiny's Edge back together.
Yeah. Freaking much. Redlock
Yeah.
and human.
Oh my god, the bromance there. Oh, I love the bromance.
We got it. If we can get a bromance between Drache and
Please let there be a bromance.
Sorry, but
Damn it.
you actually haven't seen some things in the background with him and someone else. So sorry, that's out.
Damn it. Wait.
Oh,
Now you got
Anyway,
me thinking. Damn it.
with the heavy stuff out of the way, Quintek, have you found anything useful?
well, here is what I'm thinking they're going to be using for, and he starts handing you excellent drawings. Obviously, this is where Helen got her artistic ability from, with the way he's drawing those things. But he has already drawn some diagrams of how sphere setups could be, where the portal locations, cool saying with what you're saying, how it could be set up and such. This is my theories right now. Now, understand they're theories, they're not fact.
Mm-hmm.
But that is the way I feel like they're going to perform it, from what my knowledge is. I mean, I have a lot of knowledge, more than I should as a human.
Well, it's definitely being put to good use. I appreciate that. And, well, really briefly, your artistic talent that seems to pass down to from you to your daughter. But I think we can show the group this and make some sense of it. Good job.
Yes. This has kind of gone on. And finally, Titania gets back without the others.
Hey, Titania.
Hello.
Where's everyone else?
Don't know. Everybody said come. I got a message saying come back, so I came back.
Well, any idea what that may mean, Quintek?
I hand over the piece of paper with my notes. The mages carrying an orb might be part of it.
Lovely.
How big was his orb? Quintek asks.
About the size of a beach ball-ish thing. You know.
Yeah, you know, beach balls don't exist, but
Okay, so in order to say what I mean, I hold my hands out about the size of a beach ball.
okay.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Because I'm assuming my
yeah.
character would not know what a
Beach ball is. Yeah, actually, it probably doesn't
So-
exist. So I was just
So I'm
using
just like,
that to
about
get
this
yeah.
big.
And then you see him pulling books, looking. On the back. It has to be that sphere. That's matching up with the size of it, because look, Isabel is a the size of a crystal ball, from what I understand these.
I can also say they went underneath the Mages Guild and they fried one of my spiders.
Quintac looks up at you like, you did not send anything in, did you?
8 spiders to be exact.
Oh my goodness.
What? Hold on. Let me do one thing first.
I was going to wait for it too. Aww. I really
Okay, he doesn't actually know on this. He does
Yeah.
not know this kind of magic. What type of creatures were these spiders?
Face spirits, I believe.
Okay, at least that's something. Might not have set off any alarms then. Because they are fey. Due to the fact that familiars can be fey or whatnot.
You know, let me think for a bit. I don't know if I'll think of anything, but I mean, I did take the book, so just let me think for a second. I'm
But
gonna
still, you can go ahead and think. And you can ask Titania as to which door this was at.
What door was this at, Titania?
The south side door.
South
No,
side
you're in the
door.
north.
I was at the north. Okay, north side door.
Yeah, it's like a backish door that you know of.
It had 2 guards outside of it.
Okay, that door. Let's
They
see.
talked a lot.
Make a advantage roll on history real quick.
History. All right, so 6. Oh.
I don't think you're going to be able to improve that score there.
I don't think so either. I mean,
Don't roll again. Just don't.
Roll it again. Roll it again. I want to see what your second roll is. No, I want to see what it is.
No.
Double nat 20. Double nat 20.
who hasn't rolled in that 20 tonight? I want to. Okay, has it been Amethyst?
Don't tempt RNGesus.
I got 19.
He shall smite.
Okay. Yeah, well, it was an advantage roll. He needed to roll both dice, though. The 20 automatically went. Actually,
Yeah.
but still, you know these stairs quite well. In fact, this was your escape route from the Mages Guild, in fact, when you took the book.
So I kind of laugh for a bit, and I'm like, so Quintek, Titania, when I took the Journal de Pandora, I kind of went down that area as my escape route. That's how I
You
got
left
out of
from that area.
where I left from that area from the Mages Guild.
Oh, that is excellent, actually. That could help.
So do you know what's down that downstairs area that my spider friend got fried on?
Yep.
You know that there is a magical barrier that won't allow any familiar type pass there at the stairs. First and foremost. That's why you're not even carrying around a familiar, even though you could.
Yeah. It basically just doesn't let any familiar go down that area, so I don't have familiars.
Hmm.
And you know of a few other traps along the way that you could talk about. Well, wait.
Sure, I can briefly talk about. I'm sorry.
Yeah, basically, you could tell them about the major acid splash trap, the fireball trap.
The good news is, Titania, you didn't trigger the major acid splash trap, and there's also a major fireball trap, so that's good.
along with along with other magical traps. There's a bunch of magical traps.
I gotta say this now. I can see Dragon just taking out a little notebook and just looking go like, yeah, this trap. Oh, and this trap from a while back. Oh, wait. I used this trap on my first game.
Trap, an arrow trap, a poison launcher trap.
I said magicals.
Can't forget that one.
A lot of magical traps. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
They're gonna fire
It's a
ice
fireball
cannonballs.
trap.
Give me a break.
Yeah, there's a fireball trap. So, and don't ask what level that one casts at.
I don't want to
I'd say a
know.
good 16.
Sylvan
I still don't
levels.
want to know. That's just that. No.
That would be kind of the point.
No.
That's when they're traps.
Well, yes.
once you
And
did,
you're
so
in the
if it-
Mages Guild. Of course, they're going to have the best there is to offer. Definitely what they're storing there.
Yeah, I know.
And about this time, as you're going over these traps with Titania and Quintet still, Savanka and Helen show up.
Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
Well, they have the Rizlaback sphere or whatever it's
Rubric.
called. Rubik.
Yeah, we basically understood that from Titania. I was reassuring that Titania didn't get busted with her Fae familiars getting vaporized, and explained why I don't have a familiar in just about every single trap in the Mages Guild.
Savanka stops, looks directly at the druid.
Hi.
You sent what in there?
Spiders.
Fae spiders, spirits.
8 of them.
Okay.
7 got out.
Yeah.
You know it was a 50-50 chance that you could have set off an alarm there.
I had an idea that that was a possibility. I also knew they had a orb that I wanted to try and find out.
She looks over to Helen. Was that a good thing she did or a bad thing? I don't know right now. I mean, she's just kind of.
Tanya,
The
what?
best person
I'm
at-
tired.
Okay, basically, Titania sent those spiders in. You remember that?
Yeah.
So you're trying to decide if that was a good idea or not, because Savanka is not sure if that was a good idea or not, because you just said it was a 50-50 chance that they could have been detected.
No, that was not a good idea because she could easily gotten
Alarm going off, and you all would
alarm
have been.
going off, and then Snow would have been caught. So no, that was actually a very stupid idea.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm a little too kind to Titania. I'm like the good cop. Helen's the bad cop. Titania, be more careful with your familiars, please.
For one,
I'm
they're
going to
not
hit
familiar.
you.
Okay, Quintet would break in. All right. Everyone, calm down here. Obviously, nothing happened on that score at least. So, though they might know something because one of the spiders got vaporized. But obviously, no alarm was set off because, trust me, we would have known here about an alarm going off with a major skill. So, with that said, let's be careful about things. I mean, obviously, Titania, though intentions were very good in this, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe gain some information from others before seeing something and might have been the better idea, though. That wasn't the mission, but people have to act sometimes. Understand that. I've run into this many a time when you make decisions. But in this situation, Titania was right in what she did. In her aspect, I just think better understandings might have been needed.
Yeah. And by the way, next time you go to guild, if you give me a like a couple of diagrams, or it's actually enough for everyone, I can put labels for all the traps in the Mages Guild if you want.
Out of character, I'm just gonna note. All right, don't send any more familiars in there. By the way, if you happen to send any more familiars and you get a diagram, just saying.
Yeah.
And then Grom and Amethyst had just come back and heard the last part of this, and they're just going to let the issue B.
You
So
just see Helen just staring at Titania like, I'm going to fucking strangle you. But she's not
Savanka
acting
finally
like
comes up and is like, you know what? Quintek has a point. Let's just let it be. I guess, in a way, Titania was right in what they did. Obviously, no alarms were set off. And at least we know which way they took Lorb, at least. Though it sounds like a very trap-heavy place where they're storing it.
Yes.
Helen's going to blurt out this right now because she's just kind of like, I want to do something, but I really can't. Too many people around. And doesn't want to have Grom hit her on the head. Because knowing Grom.
Well, you know you've got a
Good
perfectly good familiar there.
I ran across a private room. And I think a leader said, feather us as their master.
You describe how deep the voice is and such.
Yeah. Yes.
Can I roll? Can I roll a roll if I remember that voice?
Yeah. History.
Okay.
Straight roll.
Right. Advantage or no advantage?
No advantage.
Okay. 23.
But luckily, you do happen to know that this actually belongs to the head of the Mages Guild. Because it's the only person with that kind of voice.
Helen, thank you for describing the voice. That is the head of the Mages Guild that you heard.
And his name is Durarak.
His name is Durarak.
Wait, is that the name that I saw in the chat earlier?
Yes.
Uh,
That was the name that...
It's the name carved into the door that says Durarak's office.
Yes. and I would say, well, I also passed his office, but I didn't decide I didn't go in it. Because I didn't know if it would be a good idea to go into that office or not.
I know.
To see if we find actually hard evidence.
Well, his office might be a good place for hard evidence. So is that private room. Though I think the more immediate problem now is that orb.
For sure.
Yes.
So, but let's rest up because this has taken most of the day. It's like, let's get some rest and try to figure things out in the morning. So, you have just reached a milestone. Everyone's going to level 6.
Yay!
And I did state to a few that multi-classing will be available. I know one person that will be that I will be working with on this now.
Yep.
But still, I think you're doing straight leveling, so there's no problem there.
Yep.
Gron, I don't know what you're doing. Titania,
Paladin.
it has to make RP sense on what you, if you are going to try to do this. So,
No, I'm just going to straight level.
straight level? Okay, great.
Am I the only one that's actually going to multi-class?
Well, no, here's the reasoning why. Because if I try and do anything like that, if I remember correctly, the next milestone for anything for Druid, let's see, I think is at level 6. That's Rogue, not Druid. Druid.
Okay.
Yeah, again, another Druid circle feat at level 6. So it'd be kind of silly to put off getting the next upgrade just to...
All fine and dandy.
Agreed, Titania.
Agree. But there's one little piece that I'm wanting to add. So y'all, I mean, we can kind of go back and RP this a bit, but you sleep out throughout the night. In the morning, you wake up to a nice scene. you see a very angry,
Drache.
yeah, with bow out, arrow pulled, ready to kill someone. Well, Savanka's standing in front of him. And we don't know what Titania's doing, but Titania is up at least Elsa. As I say, what's going to happen? Is Daddy going to
How long
die?
has
But
how
Fed.
long has Drache been there?
Let's just say not very long.
Fed,
Okay.
But
you
as I
mentioned
say,
Fed.
bad, as we're leaving off on that, so y'all can think about it.
Fed.
You're a bed.
So with that,
Fed.
everyone, thank you for coming out. Hope everyone enjoyed. And what's going to happen with Drache? Is that arrow going to fly or what? We'll
To
find
be
out next week.
continued.
Thank you for all coming out. And such, we will get everyone leveled up to 6. As we did reach the
Whee!
milestone at this point. Now let's see what's going to happen. As I say, everyone, keep on gaming. And can't wait for next Monday.
Fuck yeah.
Good night.
Night.
Boy.